Cameras filmed an orangutan giving birth for the first time. Then keepers were shocked when she took her baby over to them. Giving birth is a complicated and dangerous thing, and for Dana, a Sumatran orangutan, it was something that she had struggled with for the majority of her adult life. That was until finally, back in 2013, she was blessed with a miracle. Whilst the joyous news that the 25-year-old orangutan was pregnant spread through the Durrell Wildlife Park in Jersey like wildfire, it was joined by a cautious undertone for what could happen to both the mother and the baby. This was because it wasn't the first time that the orangutan had been pregnant, but unfortunately, her first pregnancy hadn't ended well. The beautiful orangutan had actually tried to give birth to another baby 4 years previous, back in 2009. Sadly, during the birth, Dana encountered a series of complications. The most notable and saddest thing that happened because of these complications was that she ended up losing her baby, who was stillborn when it was finally delivered. The poor orangutan also developed some serious health issues as a result of her failed pregnancy. After the tragic birth, vets quickly gave Dana a checkup to determine what exactly went wrong. While looking the female orangutan over, they discovered that the failed pregnancy had left the ape with a serious problem, which could have affected her future as a mother. She had blackened fallopian tubes, meaning that she could possibly have been left infertile for the rest of her life. Upon hearing this news, the park keepers knew that they had to act quickly if they wanted to have any chance of saving Dana's chance to conceive again. Not only did they want to give the animal a chance at being a mother, but it was important to the park as Dana was a part of a breeding program to try and help increase the number of Sumatran orangutans in the world. Neil McLaughlin, head expert obstetrician from Jersey General Hospital, was brought in by the Durrell keepers to see if there was any possible way that he could save the young orangutan's fallopian tubes. Thankfully, with his incredible skills, Dr. Neil was able to give Dana a second chance. This meant that the female orangutan and her male partner, 28-year-old Dagu, were able to conceive again in late 2012, against all odds. Due to Dana's medical history, it was a miracle that she had been able to conceive another baby. Despite Dr. Neil's intervention, it was still touch and go on whether the female orangutan would actually be able to have another child. So when staff discovered that she was pregnant again, they were overjoyed. Not wanting a repeat of the previous pregnancy though, they kept a close eye on Dana to make sure that everything was going smoothly. Dr. Neil visited the orangutan all throughout her pregnancy and worked with the Durrell staff to give her the best care possible. Using trained behavior techniques, the staff and Dr. Neil even carried out ultrasound scans of Dana's infant while it was in her tomb to determine if it was developing properly. Their collaborative approach allowed important decisions to be made that gave the wildlife park the best possible chances of a healthy mother and a full-term baby. Finally, in June 2013, the moment that everyone had been waiting for arrived. Dana went into labor. The wildlife park had decided beforehand that they wanted to try and capture the birth on camera. It would be the first time that this had ever been done, and so they set up cameras all around the orangutan's enclosure. When it came close to Dana's due date, with an expert medical team on standby in case the pregnant ape needed help giving birth, all that was left to do was wait. Eventually, around 12:45 p.m., the female orangutan gave birth to an adorable baby girl all by herself. And the cameras managed to capture this amazing moment all on film. In the video, Dana could be seen patiently squatting on a perch. As the baby crowned, she lowered her arms and made sure to catch the newborn before it could fall into the floor. Or even worse, off the perch that Dana had made herself comfortable on. Immediately, the first-time mother got to work on her new duties as a parent. She cradled her baby daughter to her, then brought the infant up to her face and began to clean it, making sure that the baby could breathe. While we as humans might be used to having a nurse clean our babies after their big arrival into the world, in the wild, it's up to the mother to do that job. And Dana seemed to be a natural at it. She was doing an amazing job. Not long after Dana began to clean her new baby, the tiny orangutan started to show more signs of life by moving around and screeching, clearly showing her displeasure at being disturbed from her time in her mother's womb. In the video, a lot more screeching could be heard in the background as well.
This is amazing, it's incredible.
These were cries of Dagu, the baby's dad, who was reacting to his daughter's birth. After cleaning her baby a bit more, Dana then did something incredible. Tucking her daughter into her chest with one arm, the mother orangutan made her way over to where some of the staff were observing the magical moment. Like an incredibly proud mother, Dana allowed the staff to take a peek at her daughter up close, as if showing everyone how happy she was to finally have an infant to look after. In the video, one keeper could be heard saying, "This is amazing. She comes to show us the baby. That is fantastic." Since being posted on YouTube, the video has garnered over 5 million views, with many people commenting on how precious and adorable the new baby and her mother were. In a statement from the wildlife park, Gordon Hunt, Durrell's deputy head of mammals, said, "After being personally present when Dana lost her first baby and nearly losing Dana herself due to the complications, I am literally overjoyed to see her healthy, if tired, with an equally healthy baby. To be present when the baby was born was a once-in-a-lifetime experience, made all the more moving given Dana's history. We are all so happy for her and will continue to monitor at a respectful distance to make sure she and her little one have every chance to thrive." The staff at the park all got together to come up with a name for their tiny new addition. "It was difficult to narrow it down for sure," said Gordon. "There were hundreds of suggestions. Some we raised an eyebrow, but at others we thought were very nice. After a bit of deliberating, they finally settled on calling the newborn orangutan Kijaiban, or Ki for short. Her name means miracle in Indonesian, as her birth was one that many people simply thought couldn't happen due to her mother's past health issues. While having a new baby is exciting for any mother, no matter the species, this particular birth was also incredibly important and amazing for Durrell Wildlife Park as well. This is because the organization is heavily involved in trying to help protect endangered species from extinction through charity work as well as through their breeding programs, of which Dana and her newborn baby were a part. Since Dana's species, the Sumatran orangutan, is critically endangered, the park was thrilled with the arrival of her daughter. She hadn't been the only new orangutan that the Durrell Wildlife Park had welcomed that year, though. A couple of months earlier, on April 1st, a baby boy was brought into the world by a 30-year-old orangutan, Annette. The male baby, who was called Jantho, was named after the release site for rehabilitation orangutans near Banda Aceh in Sumatra. This is a protected place where individuals rescued from deforested areas or from the pet trade are reintroduced to live in relative safety while still being in the wild in their natural habitat. With these two amazing animals being born so close together, and with them being opposite sexes, it left the park with the possibility of breeding the two together once they had both reached a mature age. For the wildlife park, this meant that their work to steadily restore the number of orangutans in the world could continue. As well as that, they were able to use the incredible video of Dana giving birth as a way to educate the public on these beautiful creatures and show them just why they need protecting. If you like this video, make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. And if you want to see more amazing content, just head over to my channel. See you next time.